Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Speaking Podcast.
Let's learn, practice, and speak English together.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex. I'm so happy you're here with us today.
And hey there, I'm Olivia. Great to see you all again. It's a beautiful day to learn some English, isn't it?
It really is. You know, Olivia, I was talking to my neighbor this morning and I realized how much daily English speaking practice can change the way we sound.
Oh, that's so true, Alex. A lot of learners study grammar for years, but they still feel nervous when they actually have to speak. Today, we're going to fix that.
Exactly. Today's topic is daily English speaking practice for beginners. We're going to focus on the English you use every single day, at home, at work, and with friends.
By the end of this episode, you'll be able to start conversations, ask simple questions, and talk about your day with confidence. No more freezing up when someone says, "How are you?"
And don't worry if you make mistakes while practicing. Mistakes are actually a good sign. They mean you're trying, and trying is how we improve.
So here's a question for you before we start. What's the first English sentence you say every morning? Write it in the comments below. We'd love to read them.
And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode of Simple English Talks.
All right, let's get started. First, let's talk about the basics of daily conversation.
Let's start with something you use every single day. Greetings. In English, we don't just say hello once and move on. We usually add a follow-up question.
Right. The basic pattern is simple. Greeting plus, how are you? For example, good morning, how are you today? Or, hey, how's it going?
Let's look at some real examples. Number 1, good morning, did you sleep well? Number 2, hi there, how was your weekend? Number 3, hey, long time no see, how have you been?
Number 4, good evening, how was your day at work? And number 5, hi, it's nice to see you again.
I love using number 3 with old friends. Long time no see. It sounds so natural, and people always smile when they hear it.
That's a great example, Alex. Now let's think about how you would answer these questions. Can you try one? How was your day today, everyone listening?
Take a second, pause the video if you need to, and actually say your answer out loud. Speaking out loud, even alone, really trains your mouth and your brain together.
Now, what about the negative or different forms? If your day wasn't great, you don't have to say, I'm fine every time. You can say, honestly, it's been a bit tiring, or not bad, just busy.
And if someone asks how's it going, you don't always need a full sentence. You can simply say, pretty good, thanks, or can't complain.
Here's a question for you listeners. Can you think of 3 different ways to answer, how are you, without saying, I'm fine? Try saying them out loud right now.
Small talk isn't only about greetings, though. It's also about comments, like talking about the weather, traffic, or food. For example, it's so hot today, isn't it? Or traffic was terrible this morning.
These small comments open the door to longer conversations. They show the other person that you're friendly and interested in talking.
So remember, greeting, follow-up question, honest short answer, and a small comment. That's the basic pattern of everyday conversation.
Let's quickly review. Greetings open the conversation, follow-up questions keep it going, and small comments about daily life make it feel natural. Simple, right?
Now that we know how to start a conversation, let's build on that. A very common topic in daily English is talking about your routine, what you do every day.
This is such an important skill because almost every English learner gets asked, what do you usually do in a day? Or what's your daily routine like?
Let's look at real-life examples. I usually wake up at 7 and have breakfast around 8. Or, in the evening, I like to relax and watch TV before bed.
Here's a demonstration between us. Alex, what time do you usually wake up?
I usually wake up around 6:30. I make coffee first, then I check my messages before starting work. What about you, Olivia?
I'm a bit lazier. I wake up at 7:30, but I always go for a short walk before breakfast. It helps me feel fresh for the day.
See how natural that sounded? We simply used usually, always, in specific times. These small words make your English sound much more real.
Now, let's compare formal and informal usage. In a formal setting, like an interview, you might say, I typically begin my day at 6 a.m. But with friends, you just say, I usually get up around 6.
Great point. Formal English uses words like typically or generally, while informal English uses usually or just normally.
Here's a quick practice activity. Try finishing this sentence out loud. In the morning, I usually... Go ahead, pause and say it out loud.
Now here are 3 quick tips. First, always use time expressions like in the morning, in the afternoon, or at night to organize your routine. Second, use simple present tense for habits. I go, I eat, I work. Third, add small details to sound more natural, like I usually have tea, not coffee.
Try writing your own daily routine in the comments. Just 2 or 3 sentences. We really do read them, and it's great practice for you.
Talking about routines is also useful for job interviews and making new friends because people naturally ask about your day.
To review, use usually, always, sometimes, time expressions, and simple present tense. That's how you talk about your routine like a native speaker.
Our third topic for today is something every beginner needs: how to ask for help and make polite requests in daily situations.
This comes up everywhere, at a shop, at work, at a restaurant, or even asking a stranger for directions.
Let's look at some detailed examples. Excuse me, could you help me with this? Can I ask you something? Would you mind repeating that, please?
One important tip is politeness. In English, we often soften our requests. Instead of saying, give me that, we say, could you pass me that, please?
Tone matters too. If you say a request with a smile and a calm voice, it sounds friendly, even if the words are simple.
Let's practice a real-life situation. Imagine you're at a coffee shop. Alex, can you order a coffee the polite way?
Sure. Hi, could I get a small coffee, please? And could you make it to go?
Perfect. Notice how could I and please make it sound polite and natural, not rude or demanding.
Here's a mini practice for our listeners. Try asking for these 3 things out loud: directions to the nearest bus stop, help carrying a heavy bag, and a glass of water at a friend's house.
Go ahead, say each one using could you or would you mind. Speaking out loud, even to yourself, builds real confidence.
And remember, if someone doesn't understand you the first time, it's completely normal to say, sorry, could you say that again? Native speakers ask this all the time too.
Let's review the structure quickly. Start with excuse me or could you, add please, and keep your tone friendly. That's the key to sounding polite in English.
Now, let's be honest. We all make mistakes, even native speakers. Olivia, do you remember when you first learned a second language?
Oh, definitely. I used to mix up simple things all the time. It's completely normal, so don't feel bad if you relate to these mistakes.
Mistake number 1, saying I am agree instead of I agree. In English, agree is already a verb, so we don't need am before it.
Mistake number 2, saying I have 25 years instead of I am 25 years old. In English, we use am, not have, when talking about age.
Mistake number 3, saying yes, of course, for every single question, even when it doesn't fit. Sometimes a simple sure or of course is enough, but not always.
Mistake number 4, mixing up make and do. For example, people often say make homework instead of do homework, or do a mistake instead of make a mistake.
Let's explain why. Do is usually for tasks and duties, like do homework, do the dishes. Make is usually for creating something, like make a mistake, make a decision, or make a cake.
Here's a fun example. My friend once said, I did a big mistake at work, and everyone smiled, but they understood exactly what she meant.
That's the beautiful thing. Even with small mistakes, people usually understand you. The goal isn't perfect grammar, it's clear communication.
So let's practice fixing these. If I say, I have 30 years, what's the correct version, everyone? Say it out loud. I am 30 years old.
And if I say I did a mistake, what's the correct version? That's right, I made a mistake.
Remember, every English speaker made these same mistakes when they were learning. It's part of the process, not a failure.
So don't be afraid to speak, even if you're not sure it's perfect. The more you speak, the faster these mistakes disappear naturally.
Let's wrap up this section. Mistakes are normal. They don't mean you're bad at English. They mean you're actively learning and improving every day.
Now it's time for our favorite part, interactive practice. We're going to do a choose the correct sentence activity together.
Here's how it works. We'll give you two options, and you decide which one sounds more natural. Ready? Let's go.
Situation 1. I am agree with you or I agree with you. Which one is correct? That's right. I agree with you.
Situation 2, she have 20 years or she is 20 years old. Correct answer, she is 20 years old.
Situation 3. Can you help me, please? Or you help me, please? The first one is much more polite and natural in daily conversation.
Situation 4, I usually wake up early or I usually woke up early. Since this is a habit, we use present tense. I usually wake up early.
Situation 5. Could you repeat that or repeat that? Both are understandable, but the first one sounds much more polite and natural in daily conversation.
Situation 6, a bonus one, I did a mistake or I made a mistake. As we learned earlier, the correct one is I made a mistake.
How did you do? If you got most of them right, that's amazing progress. And if not, that's totally okay too. Practice is exactly why you're here.
One more thing. Grammar accuracy is important, but real conversation is more important. Native speakers care more about understanding you than perfect grammar.
So here's a challenge for you. Create one original sentence using today's lesson and say it out loud right now wherever you are.
Speaking out loud, even alone in your room, is one of the best ways to build real fluency. Don't skip this step. It truly works.
Before we wrap up, we have a little bonus for you today. A few extra everyday situations that you'll probably face all the time.
That's right. Let's start with something almost everyone struggles with. Talking on the phone in English. It feels so different from face-to-face conversation, doesn't it?
Definitely. When you can't see the other person's face, every word matters more. So let's look at some common phone phrases.
If you're calling someone, you might start with, "Hi, this is Olivia. Is this a good time to talk?" That's polite and clear right from the start.
And if you're answering a call, you can simply say, "Hello, this is Alex speaking," or just, "Hello, Alex here."
What if you can't hear the other person clearly? You can say, "Sorry, the line isn't very clear. Could you speak a little louder?"
Or if you need to end the call politely, try, "It was great talking to you. I'll call you back later, okay? Take care."
Let's practice this together. Alex, imagine I'm calling you about a meeting tomorrow. Go ahead and answer.
"Hello, this is Alex." "Oh, hi, Olivia. Yes, of course. What time works for you tomorrow?"
See how natural that sounds? Short, clear sentences work best on the phone. You don't need long, complicated sentences at all.
Now let's move to another everyday situation, meeting someone new for the first time. This happens at work, at parties, or even in your neighborhood.
The classic opener is, "Hi, I don't think we've met. I'm Olivia." Simple, friendly, and instantly starts the conversation.
You can respond with, "Nice to meet you, Olivia. I'm Alex. Are you new here or have I just never noticed you before?" A little humor always helps too.
After introductions, a great follow-up question is, "So what do you do?" Or, "How do you know?" the host's name, if you're at a party.
These questions keep the conversation moving naturally without any awkward silence.
Let's also cover ordering food at a restaurant, since this is something almost every learner needs in daily life.
When the waiter comes, you can say, "Could I have a few more minutes to look at the menu, please, if you're not ready yet?"
And when you're ready to order, "I'll have the grilled chicken, please," or "Could I get the pasta, please, and a glass of water, too."
If something is wrong with your order, you don't need to get upset. You can simply say, "Excuse me, I think there's a small mistake with my order."
And at the end, "Could we get the bill, please?" is all you need to finish the meal politely.
One more everyday situation, shopping. If you're looking for something specific, you can ask, "Excuse me, do you have this in a different size?" Or, "Where can I find the bread, please?"
And if you're just browsing, a simple, "I'm just looking, thank you," is enough to politely let the shop assistant know you don't need help yet.
These 4 everyday situations, phone calls, meeting new people, ordering food, and shopping cover a huge part of daily English conversation.
Let's do one more quick practice round together. Try saying this out loud. Introduce yourself to someone new, using your own name.
Now try this. Order your favorite food at a restaurant using "I'll have" or "Could I get?"
And finally, try answering an imaginary phone call politely using your own name too.
Fantastic. You just practiced 4 real everyday situations in just a couple of minutes. That's the power of daily speaking practice.
And here's something important. You don't need to memorize every single sentence we shared today.
Just pick 2 or 3 that feel natural to you and start using those first.
Once those feel comfortable, add a few more. Slowly, your English will grow naturally, situation by situation, exactly like learning to walk before you run.
This is really the secret behind daily English speaking practice. Small, consistent steps every single day instead of trying to learn everything at once.
So today, pick one situation. Phone calls, meeting someone new, ordering food, or shopping, and actually try it in real life if you get the chance.
Even a short, simple conversation counts as huge progress. Don't wait until you feel ready, because speaking is how you become ready. And here's one more everyday situation that's become super common these days: texting and messaging in English.
Oh, that's such a good point, Alex. So many of us chat more in English through messages than we actually speak out loud.
True, but here's the thing. Texting has its own style. It's usually shorter and more casual than spoken conversation.
For example, instead of writing, I am on my way, people often just write OMW, which means on my way.
Or instead of are you free right now, you might just see you free. Short forms are very common in casual texting.
But be careful, this casual style is only for friends and informal chats. If you're texting your boss or a client, it's better to write full, polite sentences.
For example, with a friend, you might write running late, be there in 10, but with your boss, you'd write I'm running a little late. I'll be there in about 10 minutes. Sorry for the delay.
That difference really matters. The same message, but two completely different tones depending on who you're talking to.
Let's practice quickly. How would you text a friend to say you're going to be 5 minutes late?
Something like, sorry, running 5 minutes late. Short, friendly, and to the point.
And how would you write that same message to your manager?
I'm sorry, I'll be about 5 minutes late today. I apologize for the inconvenience. Much more formal, right?
Exactly. This one small skill, knowing when to be casual and when to be formal, can really change how professional and confident your English sounds.
So today, try sending one message in English, even something small, like replying to a friend or writing a quick note. It's practice too, just like speaking.
Wow, what an amazing episode. We covered so much useful everyday English today.
Let's quickly review the 3 main things we learned. First, how to greet people and make small talk naturally. Second, how to talk about your daily routine using simple present tense. And third, how to ask for help and make polite requests.
You should be really proud of yourself for practicing with us today. Every single word you say out loud is a step closer to fluent English.
Here's a reflective question for you. Which part of today's lesson will you practice first? Greetings, your daily routine, or polite requests?
Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this episode helpful, please like this video, share it with a friend who's also learning English, and comment your thoughts.
Don't forget to subscribe to Simple English Talks so you never miss a new episode. We publish new lessons regularly to help you become fluent, step by step.
Remember, fluency doesn't happen overnight, but with daily practice, just like what we did today, you'll get there faster than you think.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. We're so proud of you for showing up today.
Thank you so much for joining us on Simple English Talks.
See you next time.